whether you like Xbox or not, it's in a very fragile place right now. I know a lot of people that do like Xbox, myself included, but to pretend that it's not in some kind of fragile place is sticking your head directly in the sand. And, at the end of the day, I feel like people are doing that. And then there's some people that have seen kind of the awakening and had their Matrix moment where, you can either decide, hey, we live in the Matrix, or you want out of the Matrix. And that's kind of what's going on. There's like two sides to every coin. And that's what's going on with Xbox. But to me, this news that just came out could pile on and potentially be the thing that breaks the back of Xbox completely, and maybe even Microsoft. We'll have to wait and see, but it's definitely a very interesting and intriguing situation that we find ourselves in. And, I'm going to jump right into this, and I tread a little bit carefully, and I'm going to do my best to kind of get through this. Not that anybody really gives a crap about me anyway, but okay. So Microsoft is cautioning developers to avoid curvy female characters. Basically, what is going on here is, Microsoft is very much, a company that is kind of towing that left line, so to speak, very politically correct, left-leaning. They put in a lot of money on the left side of politicians and things like that. They will pass on games due to things that are in the game, how they're dressed or how they're portrayed and things like that. I started noticing this during the Xbox One era. There was an article that came up where, like, at the time they had someone named Shannon Loftus working there, and they're talking about how they're trying to make, Halo more inclusive with Halo 5, and, Halo 5 ended up just being kind of a train wreck, because, Halo is about Master Chief, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that you can kind of change that formula up. But anyway, according to this anyway, which I will link this, so this I got from Niche Gamer, Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions on their official site to support game devs. The site titled Project Inclusion Actions Help Customers Feel Seen includes a bullet list of considerations they urge developers to make when working on their product. One Twitter user pointed out the language expressly condemning certain female characters as reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. Here we go. Are you reinforcing any negative gender stereotypes? Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers? Are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their task? Do they have exaggerated body proportions? When the story allows, do you show male characters who display a full range of emotions, including joy, sadness, and vulnerability? Recently, Western game developers have been making a point to rally against objectification in games and are citing unrealistic beauty standards set by fictional characters. Most recently, Stellar Blade has been the subject of such criticism despite the game's heroine being based off a real-life model. Between Microsoft's developer site and Stellar Blades, it seems like there is a reversal of roles in recent years, as Sony has been criticized for its censorship policies after relocating its gaming business units to California. So yeah, very interesting. Gamers have been more vigilant in recent weeks following an attempted harassment campaign installed by employees of Sweet Baby Inc. against a Steam curator in his personal account. The controversy has spilled over from employees' actions to wider conversations about narrative consultation in video games. So basically, right, this is basically what is going on. You have people saying, okay, well, we can't have people that look pretty, right, or look a certain way, and we've got to have them be, and here's the thing, like, I think women are great. I think women are amazing. But the fact of the matter is, men and women are different and have different strengths and weaknesses. So women can't do everything that men can do, right? And that's just factual. That's not hate. That's why, you don't see a woman play in the NFL. You don't see a women boxers go against men boxers. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of things that, they're not the same. And that's what's great about them, So as far as I can tell, this is starting to draw that crowd that that will start to kind of put this stuff up and start boycotting Xbox and things like that. For me anyway, I feel like Microsoft are kind of going this way with their characters and things like that for a while now. If you look at the Fable reboot, now I don't know. I would hope that in the Fable game that they allow us to kind of either do custom or something, and that we're not all stuck being the same character. But if you look at what's going on in the industry right now, there's this strong subsect of people working in the industry that literally hate us. They hate us, and it's unfortunate that happens. It's like more and more you see this. You see this from people in the industry. You see this from from a lot of different reasons. It's like, okay, well, we got to end this. Like, listen, nobody is freaking out about a woman that looks a certain way. Nobody cares that Lara Croft looks this way, a certain way previously or whatever. You don't have to dumb everything down. I mean, just looking at some of the Xbox exclusives, look, stuff like in the past, like they used to get DOA Beach Volleyball, Rumble Roses XX. These were games on Xbox. Like, who cares? They're video games. And I know some people might go, oh, well, it's pretend women or whatever. Who cares? Listen, I'm a married man. I don't get my rocks off from playing video game characters, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to censor. Like, I'm against censorship and things like that. So when you look at the way things are kind of going, it's a really sad state of affairs that you can't have people looking a certain way or whatever, or Microsoft won't put the game on their platform. It is really a shame, because when you look at things, and it is just, I'm looking at like some of the upcoming Xbox games and things that they own, and it's like they are intentionally, in my opinion, making women not very attractive. And this is like one of the Sweet Baby Inc. things too. Like, if you look at it, okay, you look at what's going on with like Sweet Baby Inc., Harley Quinn, right? Harley Quinn in Batman Arkham games versus Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, and it's like night and day, to be honest with you. And it's like, isn't Harley Quinn supposed to be like a sexy, whatever? And now they kind of just turned her into something completely different. I don't know. It's like, to me, we're in this weird world of even though we're in 2024, it feels like there's this boardroom trying to tell us what's going on, because I see women going, why are you making everything so ugly, right? Like, I see women saying that. Nobody is going to freak out and go, oh, I don't look, I'm a fat guy. I don't freak out and go, hey, your main protagonist isn't a fat guy, I can't play the game anymore. To me, it's sort of ridiculous the way that these things go. And, at the same time, I just feel like this could be one of the things that really bites Microsoft in the butt down the line. You know what I mean? I hope, that things change. Like, who cares? Stop the censorship nonsense, right? Like, stop it. Let there be boobs. Let there be butts. Let there, whatever the case may be. That's just the human form. They come in all sizes. They don't have to do anything, that realistically, like, nobody's feeling uncomfortable because Harley Quinn looked hot. Like, everybody was dressing like her from the movies for Halloween one year, right? Like, give me a break. Nobody was crying over how she looked, okay? With the whole Fable thing. The voice actress that was playing that role does not look bad. So why did they make her look bad, right? These are all questions you have to ask yourself. Why does it seem like they uglied up And it's not just a Microsoft problem. I feel like it's a problem across the board. So, let me know how you guys feel. But I feel like this is one of those things that could end up taking off. And, a lot of people will go out there and, maybe avoid Xbox even further. This is something that Microsoft doesn't need, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.